Yeah. All right, guys, what's up? It's me, Kate. Yes, we're back on camera. Woo! People keep messaging me. I want to say to the people watching on YouTube that a lot of you guys message me in my DMs on Instagram, which, by the way, I do read. So even if I don't write you back, I do read them. I just don't always hit allow, because once I hit allow, then some people will keep writing, and I feel guilty to not reply. But I want you to know I do read the DMs. And a lot of you are like, what happened to Date Fails? Because we haven't been on camera in a few weeks, because when I'm on the road, I've been doing this in my hotel room. So what I'm trying to say is, if you can't see it on YouTube, you can listen to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, All Things Comedy's website. So make sure you guys still listen. And I'll try to start recording it in my hotel room, but sometimes, we record it naked. And as much as you would like that, I would not like that to be on YouTube. Not yet, not for free. But anyway, with that said, I'm super excited to be back in the studio. I missed Aaron, my producer. Aaron, have you been well? Is your mic on? I hate to make you.
Yes, I've been very well.
Have you been doing softball and all kinds of fun things?
Oh yeah.
How's the wife?
Great.
Aaron's the only person I know in a successful relationship. So I don't know why we don't talk more, really. Like, he managed to do it. He found love.
I did.
You drop gems.
He could drop serious knowledge. So anyways, guys, I was in Vegas all last week. I did an episode of this in Vegas with Brian Monarch. I had a crazy week in Vegas. It was great. And now I'm back in LA, and I got my homies in the studio today. Both you guys are so dope. Thank you for being here. First of all, I got my buddy, comedian Jack Assadourian Jr.
Yeah.
Jack Jr. comic.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. And Jack is coming with me to Phoenix to play the House of Comedy. He's going to feature there for me. When is it? It's the third weekend in August.
Isn't the last 25th to the 28th?
Yes, that's correct. Is it? I don't know.
I think
it's
so.
in August, guys.
It's like Wednesday through Sunday.
I'm glad that you know, and I know. That's good.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. We're
It's
going to have
hot.
so much fun. It's going to be hot as fuck.
So I'm going to lose
There's
weight.
tennis courts at that condo.
Ooh, I know. I don't know how to play tennis.
I know. I'm going to teach you.
Oh,
It's
shit.
going to be 120 degrees, and I'm going to pump you full of Adderall and hand
my
you a tennis
God.
racket.
Nice.
Because that's how I do it.
I can't wait. My heart can't wait either.
Yeah, your heart's going to explode, but it'll
Yeah.
be fine. You've lost weight. You were just talking. He just said I look like I've lost weight, which I think I just.
you lost weight.
I toned up a little. I had to drop a little weight for this photo shoot at the Chive, and I think I got a little too fit. I didn't like it. I looked like one of those marathon runners. No offense to the marathon runners, but like
Like the girl boy.
yeah, like I have an aunt who runs marathons, and God bless her, she's in incredible shape. But I mean, like, she's like 50, and she's like all muscle.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, like Chuck Norris with tits.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When I start to get a little too buff, I don't like that. I like to be just a little soft.
A little meaty.
Yeah.
You gotta keep your femininity.
Yeah. But you look like you've dropped weight.
I did. I'm started taking those. This is a true story. On Facebook, there's like these ads say, "Oh, how does Zac Efron lose 30 pounds for Baywatch?" I clicked it, and then they sent me these pills, and I just started taking them. They're like diet pills. What is it?
You don't even know what they are?
No, I just started taking them. I mean,
What are they?
I do cocaine. I mean, like, it can't be worse than that.
That's a great that's a great topic to bring up, because today's sponsor is a health food bar.
Is it really?
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, everybody in this town has done a little bit of something.
No.
And then I have Cherelle.
Hi.
You look stunning today.
you.
Doesn't she look hot as
great.
fuck? You're so
I
pretty.
thought you were like something ooh.
Yeah, she is some. No, you look gorgeous. So you've been on here before.
Yes.
You're an amazing social media person. You have hilarious videos on your Instagram, which I think they're getting funnier all the time.
Oh, yay. That's the goal.
Yeah, they're getting funnier all the time. Actress and social media queen, Cherelle Patrice.
Yeah.
Bow, chicka, wow. What's new with you?
Just grind and shoot and everything. I mean, I'm approaching 100,000 followers on Instagram, so I'm like aggressively fighting to break into that tier.
I know. Isn't it funny? I'm trying to get to 100,000 too, but then I feel like now 1 million is the new 100,000. Like, it doesn't even feel like 100,000 is anything anymore.
There's so many people that are kind of in the LA genre of comedy and stuff that are now have like these high followings, and so it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm like once I hit 100, I'm like, okay, now I got to work towards 1 million.
You know what you have to. You know what you have to do. The other day, I was at tennis. Okay, I'm at tennis the other day, and just for fun, I was like, I want to make a video where it's like I'm peeing in the middle of the tennis court.
Okay.
But like I want to make a video that says pee like no one is watching, like dance like no one is watching, but it's peeing, and I'm peeing in the middle of the tennis court, but then like the camera pans back and there's 2 guys playing on the court next to us, and I just don't care. So I did it, and it's really funny. I didn't pee for real. I used a water bottle, but you can't see it in the video. So, but you can see my butt, like my butt's out. So I'm like squatting with my butt out. I pretend to pee. Jackson McQueen was with me, and then he pans back, and then it shows the 2 guys playing tennis, and I'm like, these guys are pretty good. And he's like, totally, and it's like very chill.
Did you post that yet?
Yeah, I posted this video.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, it turned out really funny, but so that video got me 1,000 Instagram followers. That
Really?
one video. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Your bare ass.
My bare ass is in it. And then, and I didn't realize, I didn't do it to be sexual on purpose. I mean, of course, bare ass is, but I thought it would be funny and kind of like maybe a little hot. But what I didn't think about is, you know how girls drip dry if there's no toilet paper? So when I did the drip dry, I was like, I got to drip dry. And I kind of like bounced.
Oh.
That's what got the views. Because when I watched it back, I'm like,
star.
oh. Yeah. So, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because I just think it's hilarious how seriously people take things on social media. I mean, it got 60,000 views. It got like 2,000 likes. And actually, Bert Kreischer regrammed it for me, which was so sweet. And was like, I love this. Yeah. But then I got like 50 or 60 people commenting like, this is disgusting. You're a dirty whore. Why would you pee on a tennis? The people are, you're trash. You're white trash. And I was like, 1, it's a joke. Yeah. 2, I mean, I didn't pee on the tennis court, but even if I did, calm the fuck down. It's pee. Like, it's not like I fucking like came to your mom's house and pissed on her face. Like, it's a tennis court.
Which is okay in some states.
Which she might be into, by the way. But anyway, I just thought it was so funny how personally people take things. Have you ever posted something on social media that people get really upset about?
I get happy.
Oh, yeah.
You like it?
I like it. They get so mad. I'm like, yes.
Do you leave the mean comments
I
up?
leave it, yeah. Why
You
not?
do?
Yeah.
I delete mean comments and block people.
Oh, really?
I love blocking people. That is like a secret.
feels
How many people have you guys blocked?
I have at least 200 people.
Really?
blocked.
I only blocked my baby mama. That's
You did not.
Yeah.
You have your
On
baby
your
mama
phone or
blocked?
just social media?
On in life.
Shut up. That's hilarious.
Yeah, she doesn't see anything on Instagram.
Why?
She's like, I just want to follow you to see what Dominic's
to
doing, our
stalk you.
son. I'm like, no, you want to see where I'm at and where I'm going.
Still?
Yeah,
But
dude.
you guys have been broken up since he was born, right?
Yeah, I know, but
Wow. And he just had a birthday yesterday.
he's 8 years old.
I show up at the Ha Ha last night, which, by the way, your show was off the hook
Yeah,
last night. It was so
dope.
fun. Jack has an awesome show at the Ha Ha Comedy Club Wednesday nights, and I show up there, and Jack's drinking tequila shots. He goes, have a shot. We're celebrating a birthday. I'm like, whose birthday? He's like, my kid. He's not here. I'm like, any reason to celebrate. I'm down.
Right?
Yeah. Have you ever posted something that, like, you got tons of negative comments
Oh
for?
yeah, I've had several like viral videos that typically any of my viral videos typically like piss someone off. So I've had numerous videos where people get upset over things. Like I had one I posted actually like a couple weeks back or whatnot, and it had like a little at the beginning of the video, someone takes someone's wallet and it was like kind of like a white black thing or whatever, and so people started getting offended by that, and like I don't know, I've just had stuff. I mean, I've also done stuff as a woman where I was dressed in an outfit, and it was basically I walked past some guys and I'm like, oh, you guys are so thirsty, but I'm like in a bra and like a short. Or whatever.
Right.
And so then they like hail me with water bottles and like I fall into a car. And so then people like women got upset and they were like, women should be able to dress any type of way. Like, I can't believe you would do
my
this.
God.
It's crazy.
And I just like, but like being in comedy, I kind of feel like sometimes you just gotta offend people and it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything where I'm like praising anything that's like racist or homophobic or sexist. It's just like there's just people that have a stick up their butt and they're gonna be upset upset regardless.
Yeah, they're mad about anything. They're mad about their
Exactly.
lives, and they go, I'm gonna bring everyone down. Like, fuck them.
Right.
You know, someone told me a story last night, actually, and I don't know if it's exactly true, but it's hilarious, about Joe Rogan, because they were saying that they heard Joe Rogan, I don't know if he's giving an interview or what it was on, but he was talking about arguing back and forth with some Twitter troll. Some guy was being a dick to him, and they were arguing back and forth. And then, you know, at one point, Rogan said, like, all right, man, well, I've done all these things with my life. What have you done? And he was like, not much yet. I'm 13. And it's like, that's the reality. It's like, you don't even know who you're arguing with,
Right.
you know? I've had guys do that on mine, and they'll be like, you're a fucked up bitch. And I'll go look at their page, and they're like 12 years old. It's
Oh
like,
my
what are you going to
God.
do?
Yeah, and half the time, especially on Instagram, like half those people that write comments, they have private pages.
Yeah.
So like,
You can't
it's
even
like
attack.
you can't even go on their page and say the same shit. Like it's like, open up your page. If you're gonna talk shit, open up your page so I can go on your page.
You gotta
and do
make a
the
fake
same.
profile, pretend you're 12, and then talk shit back.
Exactly.
It's so true. Well, man, there's so many things that I want to talk about today. I mean, like, it's funny. I have so many good stories recently. One thing I want to talk about, we were talking about weight loss, and I was thinking on the way here, I've been hanging out with this guy, and he's become a vegan since I met him. And I've never dated a vegan because I won't.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
They're always tired.
that's it. I feel like if you're a vegan, like, I don't know, I feel like you won't last in bed, and you won't keep up with me anywhere,
Yeah.
and you're gonna like
Take
smell.
naps.
Yeah. You're gonna smell like patchouli
Yeah. Oh my
and
God.
dress like you're fucking on your way to like some music festival all the time. So, but
Hilarious.
so I started dating this guy, but then we'll go out to eat places, and I don't want anything.
Yeah.
I want meat.
He's like, have one of these
Are you going
vegan
to like
cookies.
vegan
What the hell is a vegan
restaurants,
cookie?
or-
Yeah.
No, I've had vegan cookies, and confession, I've actually been not eating meat the past month and a half.
Get the hell
and-
out of here.
That's wait, vegetarian is different from vegan.
But this past week, I'm trying to switch over to like cutting out, like eating vegan.
Why? You
You're
look
gonna
great.
why?
Thank you. Well, I
You're
want
gonna
to.
lose those curves.
No, they're genetic. Like even if I
Prove it. Let me see your mom.
I think that's a myth too. That being a vegan, that's a good way to lose weight, because a lot of vegan food to supplement the protein, like the protein they eat, is a lot of carbs and more calories. and
Well,
stuff.
no, that is true. I mean, there is unhealthy, but for me, I was just trying to eat healthier. So I chose to cut out meat. I stopped drinking as well. So I was like making a very strategic thing to just eat more plant-based foods.
Yeah.
But I'm not eating like bread instead of like I'm just eating like actual plant-based.
Okay, can I ask you one question?
Yes.
What are you doing for fun then?
Is
What-
cocaine
what-
is cocaine vegan?
Is that, no, because like you're not drinking, you're
Right.
not eating, you're not going to. Okay, a date consists of drinking or eating. So I take
You
you,
have-
I
okay,
take you on a
listen.
date. I'm gonna give you a carrot, and I'm like, here you go.
No, I mean, I would still like prior to this week, I was eating seafood. So I could still, I mean, I'd be an expensive
so
date because I'm
you
ordering
were eating
lobster or crab.
fish.
So I was eating fish up until this week.
Okay.
I just was switching over to try to like just kind of jumpstart some things.
We could do sushi.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I
like-
think
Yeah.
fish is. That's what I
love
was
sushi.
trying to tell this dude. I'm like, can you just at least eat fish so we can still do sushi? Because that's the thing. So we keep going to vegan places, and I don't eat soy if I can avoid
Yeah.
it, because it gives me like an upset stomach. So now we're going to these vegan places. Most of the time, all the protein is like soy, like
Soy,
tofu,
yeah.
and so I don't want to eat. So I was
Yeah.
thinking on the way here, like, man, this is the best way to lose weight is to date a vegan, because you don't want to eat shit anywhere they take you.
Totally.
And if you do eat it, it tastes so bad you might throw it up. So basically, in the end, you're just gonna drop tons of weight.
Yeah, and I hate it when you go. Have you been to a restaurant like that? They go, oh, "Can I get the kung pao chicken?" And it's not kung pao chicken. It's
yeah.
their version of it. And then they go, "What kind of protein did you like?" I'm like, "Meat."
That just happened to me. Another guy that I was dating, I didn't even know he was like an undercover vegan. That's even worse. At least this guy like admits it. I was dating this other guy. He took me to this restaurant. I didn't know it was a vegan restaurant, and I ordered the ceviche, and I'm eating it. I'm like, why is all the seafood chewy.
Oh
And it
no.
wasn't real seafood. It was vegan ceviche.
Yeah.
I felt so tricked.
I don't think
Yeah.
I could do that.
And
like,
it's
there's
expensive too.
limits.
Oh, I don't care about that because I'm not paying. At least there's that. I'm like, normally I would chip in at some point, but I'm like, if you're taking me to places I don't want to eat, I'm not paying.
Well, I think there should be compromise because I especially like now that I've switched kind of dietary things, and I still am in a family of people that eat fucking chicken wings all the time. Like, so I exactly. So I mean, I've just kind of had to get to the place where it's like sometimes I'll go out to eat dinner with my family, and there's not much I can choose from, but it's like that's what they do, and they're the majority. So I just like I'll either eat something ahead of time so that I could have like something like a salad or something easy. But I think there should be compromise. I don't think you should be required to only go to places that he likes to eat. And there's also good like Asian places do a lot of good like food where you could at least go like where he could go and have like tofu in it, and then
Like
you could
Thai
have
food.
meat
There's
in it.
lots of vegan options
yeah.
at a Thai place, right?
I was gonna say like Thai and Indian. Chinese is a little bit harder, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
even Japanese. I mean, there's options you can get. So I think he could make some compromises so that you could have.
How funny would it be if like we go to these vegan places and then I like Postmate meat over to the restaurant from Subway?
That would be so funny.
Can you imagine? I'm like, I'm gonna just Postmate some barbecue.
Yeah, I just like your sauce. Can I get the sauce, the vegan sauce?
So would you date a vegan, Jack?
Never.
You wouldn't even date one.
No.
Really?
I couldn't relate.
Like
It's
we
like
had
you're
nothing in
you're
common.
eating 3 times a day, so it's like 3 times a day we're gonna go to separate places.
Well, you don't have to eat every meal with the person you're dating.
I mean, if you're at least once a
You're
day.
saying like seriously dating.
Seriously dating.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about
Well, I'm talking about dating
Smashing.
casually dating.
smashing.
Well, like going out once or twice a week.
That's like smashing.
That's casual dating.
That's smashing
Okay, you
once
know
or twice a
what?
week.
You know what? Hold
That's
on.
like let's eat something and then smash and
I
then
am-
bye.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I date. I date.
You could also
You-
date and not do things that are centered around food, though. You don't.
Wait a minute. Time out.
You're just smashing and then eating.
Is that
That's
true?
not dating.
But if you go out and then you fuck, smash. I'm trying to not say fuck.
I'm trying to
So
That's what I was
basically,
trying
all
to
he has to
say.
do
Yeah,
is
yeah.
feed you. That's like.
Yeah, you're
he's
going
like,
to
I'll
get.
just-
You're gonna go eat.
Can we talk about this? Okay, I'm so glad you brought this up. This is the topic I wanted to talk about
Okay.
today, the
Smash
absolute
it.
most. Okay, here's what I want to talk about. So, I want to talk about the difference between casual dating, serious dating, and what Jack is calling smashing with food. Okay,
Yeah.
which by the way is a fetish called splashing, but that's a whole other thing. So, all right. I'm going to tell you guys what's up with me, and then I want you to weigh in
Okay.
on how you can relate to this.
All right.
Okay? So, I've been talking to this guy for a few months. Just talking, though. We weren't dating, definitely. Then we started hooking up. Okay? Now, this guy, I'm telling him, he says it's casual, which I'm like, cool. Casual is fine if you keep it casual. Meaning, for me, if I casually date you, what I expect is like, you hit me up when you want to hang, we make a plan, we do it. In between then, an occasional text is cool, but that's it. It's
Right.
casual. You don't ask me who else I'm seeing. You don't ask me
No
who'd you have
questions.
dinner with last night. Right. It's all just
Don't
that's-
ask, don't tell.
That's basically that's the policy, right?
It's a
Now
booty call
it's
No, that
it's
booty
not
calls
a
are
booty
different.
call.
with benefits. It's like you
What's
have
the
booty
benefit?
call and
Dinner?
then eat dinner.
No, but like
It's like booty call 2017. Like it's like
No.
Let's eat. We're people. Let's eat first.
No, I mean you could also hang out and not necessarily have sex.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if it's come on, okay, if you're meeting with this person once or twice a week, you're gonna have sex with this person, right?
well,
I would. If I'm only gonna see you once a
know.
week, we're gonna have sex.
If I'm just getting meals out of it, I'm not fucking you necessarily.
So
like,
we're not fucking. I'm just saying.
well, here's the thing. I mean, initially when I start seeing anyone, okay, unless it starts out as sex, meaning like we meet once, we have great chemistry, I know it's not going to be dating, we have sex, then that turns in typically for me to a booty call, which means in my definition of a booty call, there's no food involved unless we order in after the sex.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel booty call is very much like, what are you doing? Like, and it's
Yeah.
11, 12 o'clock at night, and it's very
Same.
limited.
It's like I'm super horny.
4 in the morning.
I really want to have sex. Right.
yeah, I mean,
You're-
12
I would go to bed early.
12, you still
okay?
have options.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, that's a booty call. Now, like what you're saying, like if I start hanging out with a guy and I don't sleep with them right away and we're doing dinners or whatever, and then eventually I have sex with him, then most likely after that, I'm probably going to have sex with him most of the time we hang out, unless I'm like, there's some reason I can't, like I just got my period or...
Which there's still options.
I'm okay with it, but some guys aren't.
Take a shower.
Oh my gosh.
Before,
That's
after,
a whole
during.
other
Both
conversation.
That's another topic that I would love to
I'm
get
like,
into.
I'll be your tampon.
Ooh, Jack, are you a pull out the tampon by the string type
A
guy?
little bit.
I like that.
That's kinky on a whole nother level. I just,
I don't do it on day one, but day two after, I'm so down.
Yeah, right.
And if a guy isn't into it, I kind of am like, I don't know if he's relationship material.
I need commitment early. Like,
Totally.
Honestly. But okay, so booty call for you, Jack, could include meals?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a booty call doesn't have to be at night. It could be like, hey, you want to go get something to eat? It's just respectable booty call. Like, it's like, I care about you a little bit, but I don't want to be with you.
Let's
go get some food.
To me,
and
that's
then
the
have
casual.
sex.
To me, that's casual dating.
yeah, I mean, like, to
yeah, I
me,
don't know.
casual dating. If I'm casually dating, though,
Then
I'm
I guess I was
probably not-
casually dating a lot of people.
Yeah, you
my
can
goodness.
though. That's what makes it casual, right?
I don't know. But I mean, if we
Why
were,
does Jack look afraid? Does Jack look afraid? You guys, if you
Like,
for the people listening, Jack looks frightened by this
I was like,
conversation.
shit, I need to make some calls.
No, but like you are a relationship guy. To
Yeah,
me,
totally.
you're always in a relationship. But when you're not, if you're having meals and sex with multiple women, to me, you're casually dating all those women.
I don't want to
I
see how
wouldn't
it's not
necessarily
dating.
say
Just because
that.
you're eating?
I don't know. It depends. I guess if you
I guess if you start asking questions like, hey, what are you doing? What were you doing last night? Then it becomes dating because you're actually getting into each other's.
But aren't you supposed to
lives?
not ask that when it's
Then
casual?
you're
Well, I
just
think
smashing.
it depends. Okay, I feel casual
confusing.
dating.
Smashing and eating.
So confusing.
I just think with casual dating, there's like different elements in it because like you can casually date and you don't. I mean, you can go hiking together, or you can go and like catch a movie. Like I don't feel like you have to. At least if I'm casually dating, I'm usually not sleeping with that person because if I'm casually dating you, I'm not thinking in terms of long term. So I'm just thinking like I'm trying to get a meal and
Yeah,
some
see?
free things
That's
out
what
of
I'm
this.
saying.
Wait, so you
I'm-
count it as a date even if there's no intention for sex?
That's
I
every
mean,
woman.
If it's,
I
I don't
don't.
even. I don't mean
You're
it.
different. You're special.
I don't sleep with all of them, but I don't count it as a date unless there's. Oh wait, if we kiss, to me, it's a date. If we don't kiss, it's not a date. It's just like hanging out as friends. Then that's where I differentiate in my head.
I think
No,
every
I've
guy
gone on dates
thinks.
and not kiss guys.
But I think every
After
guy.
a first date.
Okay, I've had a lot of first dates because I get really bored easily. So usually on the first date, I think I'm a serial casual dater because I just keep on going on a bunch of first dates and I'm like, thanks for the meal.
Well, okay, it's a date if it's a first date and you don't kiss. But I guess what I'm saying is after the first date, like if I hang out with you 3, 4, 5 times and there's no kissing, then to me, I'm like, we're just friends at that
That's
point.
to you, but I think every guy thinks it's a date no matter what.
Really?
Because he has to pay.
Because yeah,
He's like,
and you're
"I'm
alone with the
paying."
girl. I mean, it's a date.
But see, I was going out with this guy and we went out like 4 times or something before he
So
kissed
he
me.
thought it was a date.
No, and then I said to him, I feel like because he
Are
said, how would you
friends."
define us? And I said, I guess like casually dating, but not together. And then he said, I don't consider myself to be dating anyone until I've had sex with them. And I go, then what do you call it when you take a girl out, pay for the meal, and kiss her at the end? And he goes, I don't know, a meetup?
A meetup.
A meetup.
Meetup. I've
Meetup.
never heard that term
The
before.
hell?
Like,
Right.
a meetup.
I don't know.
It's
that.
confusing.
He was white.
That's,
Yeah,
I was about to say,
was
I
white.
was
What does
like,
that mean?
He was white though, right?
Yeah, he's white.
I was like, I don't think people of color use
Let's go
meetup.
meetup.
Like,
I know.
I've
Mexicans
never
don't do
used that
meetup.
term.
To me, it's like if the guy pays and he kisses you at the end, even if it's a kiss on the cheek, if there's a moment of like romance, to
Yeah.
me, it's a date.
If he buys nachos, it's a date.
That's it. Then I've dated
the bar,
every
just
comedy club
nachos.
manager in the continental. No. All right. So to you, this is the reason I'm bringing this up because all right. So I've been hanging out with this dude for a while, but we did have a conversation where we were like, this isn't going to have a label. He's like, I don't really want a relationship. I'm like, okay, well, we can keep it casual until we can't, right? So I've been trying really hard to keep it casual see other people, keep doing my thing, right? But then this guy, he texts me every day, a lot. Not like once, like, hey, how's your day? Like every day, every night.
Like wanting to talk?
Just like keeping the conversation going, you know, like all the time.
All day?
Usually, unless he's busy.
Boring.
And then he,
Like,
but
what?
wait, and then he,
Tell him to get a hobby.
he always tells me what he's doing. Like, you know, when you're dating someone seriously and they're always telling you like, oh, I'm going to do this with my buddy Jack. Like they'll name it. It's a guy, so you know
They'll
what's
give you,
up.
like updates.
Right. So he does that, and then he'll ask me things like, I'll say I went to dinner last night, and I'll say I had an amazing steak last night, and he'll go, who'd you go to dinner with? Or like when I was in Vegas, he was like, so did you hook up? Like Saturday.
So then he's either controlling, like
No, he's not.
or just nosy.
Well, and then I said to him, this is what I want to know. So I said to him, because I don't know if I'm crazy. I said to him, listen, if you want to keep it casual, we can do that. But you got to keep it casual.
Right.
I've never dated someone casually that asked me, did you hook up in Vegas? Who'd you have dinner with?
He's
And-
Middle
Right.
Eastern.
No.
No,
No,
that's
those
kind of
motherfuckers are crazy.
Hey, where were you outside?
There's no dating casually with a Middle Eastern guy. But so then I said that to him, and then he goes, I'm just asking. I don't care. I just curious. He goes, I don't know who these guys are that you usually date that are like, that think it's a big deal if you hook up in Vegas or you have dinner with someone else. And he made it sound like I'm crazy for
Then why'd
thinking
he
that's not
ask?
casual.
I just kind of feel like, why are you asking? Because if it is casual, he shouldn't be asking those questions. It should be your life is your life,
Right?
And then his life is his life. And
Unless
then you
he's
have...
into that and he goes, how many guys did you know?
That's what I said. I'm like, maybe he gets turned on by it. Like some guys are into that if you
Yeah.
tell him,
Yeah.
right? I don't know.
Tell me.
I mean, I don't care if I'm dating, if I'm sleeping with you, whether it's casual, whether you're a booty call, whatever the situation is, I'm not going to tell you about another guy that I'm seeing or that I've.
Yeah.
That's
That's
so
weird.
weird.
That's weird.
Unless you say like, can I watch you with someone else? And I know you're a freak and I know what you're in. But
yeah.
I wouldn't date a guy that wants to watch me with
That's
someone
weird,
else.
yeah.
I think it's weird.
It's very weird.
So I'm not crazy. This is weird,
No,
right?
it's weird. And he sounds like he's like one of those guys that'll confuse you because you'll be like, oh, he keeps texting me and he checks in. He's asking
Yeah.
all these questions. And so it'll like blur that line. And so it's kind of like, if we're going to keep it casual, like don't ask me these questions because it's none of his business. If it's just when we're together, we hang out together. And when we're apart and there's no commingling of anything, then he shouldn't be asking anything like that because you're not asking him those questions.
Because
No.
you don't care.
I don't care.
And he's just bored and just.
He's not bored.
Yeah,
he's not bored.
He's
I
like,
don't think
what
he's
are you
bored.
doing?
I mean, the thing is, I said to him, I go, I don't ask you anything. I don't even, when I'm dating someone casually, I don't even ask them questions about their career, their family. To me, it's like, your life is your business, and anything you want to tell me, you will. But I don't ask people, like, you know, did you get that promotion? Did you? Because to me, it's like, this is casual.
So what do you talk about? Smashing.
Yeah, I'm a little curious.
That's
I'm
what
like,
I'm telling you.
No.
You're eating and smashing. That's it.
she's like,
you're
do you like
right.
your food?
Casual dating.
And then you
You're
guys have
right.
sex.
Yeah.
But if it's just
It's
eating
like,
and smashing,
can I get some more ketchup? And then.
if it's just eating and smashing, which thank you, Jack, that's accurate. Why all the texts?
I don't know. Maybe you're just. Why are guys so crazy over you? You have
They
like
aren't
you have like the
usually.
golden ticket vagina.
I don't know. All right. Well, I'm just trying to figure this shit out. But in the meantime, then, you know, while I'm trying to I was trying to keep it really casual, and then all this kind of happened, and then I kind of tried to talk about it, which I hate. I hate talking about feelings and stuff. And then when I tried to talk about it, then he totally thought I was crazy for thinking this isn't that.
No, I think
he's
he was
acting more.
deflecting and he was putting his on you. I think he was trying to like be like,
Who is
oh
it?
no, you're the
Do
one.
we know this person?
No,
Is he a comic?
no,
Played the fifth?
you don't know him.
Oh, okay.
He's someone else. But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is if you're doing a casual situation, I just think that you got to keep it casual because once the lines get blurred, it's hard to go backwards. And now we've kind of gone past where it's casual. But what's funny is I was starting to feel like, oh, I want this to be like a real thing because the way he was acting. But then we had this talk and he was like, no, this is my version of casual. it really made me like shut down because in
Right.
my head I go, oh, well then does that mean
Ooh.
he treats every girl like this, which means there could be like 20 more of me.
Yeah, he's
What
like,
if-
he likes control.
Or he just likes to feel like he has like 40 girlfriends, like a Mormon husband. So then that made me pull back. And then it just so happened, literally the day after we had this talk, this super hot guy that I was kind of interested in just happened to call me and was like, let's kick it. And I was like, maybe this is some kind of like whatever it is, like fate or whatever, stepping in to be like, no, this shouldn't be a serious thing. Talk to
Right.
other people. I felt like it was a sign.
It probably was.
Yeah.
I definitely think it was. But I do have a question.
Yes.
For you. And I want your opinion, but I want to ask you, Jack, first.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
What is up with, because you kind of mentioned this kick it, hanging out? Like, if I haven't gone on a date with you, this, like, let's hang out. Like, what does that mean when a guy says
That means
that?
I want to have sex with you, but I don't want you to know yet. I want to build your confidence where you trust me, and then when you're ready, I'm ready.
But, okay. But then why, okay, if that's what he's trying to achieve, why not try to have a date? Like, why not ask me on a date?
Because
Why?
he's insecure and he thinks you're gonna say no right away. So he'd rather build you up as a friend. Because I've done this. Let's hang out.
That's what it means.
'Cause
I
I was-
assume
I
it
was
means.
like, I
Because
don't
you
know
don't
what
feel
this
threatened with let's hang out. You're like, yeah, let's hang out. But if I say, hey, you want to go on a date? You're like, whoa. But if I say let's hang out, I can kind of get more info on you. And then just break your wall, and then break your wall.
Okay, in this
Thank you for
process.
that,
No
Jack.
problem,
Thank
no
you for the
problem.
visual.
This is brought to you by.
Then where? Okay, so do you eventually ask for the date?
No.
So it just becomes
It
hang
just
out
becomes
to like.
hang out to like.
But wait, I think when a guy says hang out, then to me that's his way of saying right up front, this is cash. This is like I'm
That's
just
how I
looking to
feel.
hang. Like I just want to hook up. I don't want.
What time of the
But I'm
text?
wrong.
Let's hang out when.
No, these are like daytimes. People
Yeah,
are like
let's hang
let's
out.
hang out. But
Is
I'm
it
kind of
someone
like
you know, but you don't really know. You don't really know.
like I mean from people that I kind of know to like strangers be like, oh, let's hang out, and I'm like
Strangers.
That's I mean,
She's like a homeless guy at 7-Eleven. He's like, let's hang
You're
out.
like, I don't know.
like people you meet out and they're like you exchange numbers.
Yeah,
like
let's
a
hang
stranger.
out.
And
That's
so if
totally-
you say let's hang out to me, I'm kind of like either you're gonna ask me out on a date or I'm not gonna
But
hang
who
out.
really
with you.
does that? Hey,
But
you
like
want to
how-
go out on a date? Does
Yeah.
people say
What
that?
do you want them
Men,
to say?
grown men
What
that
is the
know-
proper way to ask?
How old are these men?
Yeah.
that was
they're
like an
like-
old phrase.
I mean, if a guy
I mean,
says,
like-
Can I take you out on a date?
if a guy says to me like, when are we hanging out? I think that means he's asking me out on a date, unless it's a guy that I'm already pals with. But if like a guy I don't know is like, well, I mean, I guess sometimes I'll say like, I'd love to let's go out for drinks or something.
I mean, here's when I tend to date older men. So like men
How
that
old? I'm talking like
Like
50,
geriatric?
50
No, like-
old.
Do they have
Like-
walkers?
No, like I
hello,
would say,
dear. May I take you on a date?
Do you have a fantasy
Late-
about being banged up against a walker?
that would be a negative. Never. No, like I would say like late 30s to like mid 40s. So
That's not old.
Late 30s.
That's young.
older.
That's
like
how old are you?
I'm not telling my age.
Oh,
This is
shit.
fucking Hollywood.
What do you call late 30s to mid 40s older? I'm thinking
Oh,
like
I'm talking about
70.
50, 60.
Oh no, I'm not talking like elderly. Like
Okay.
okay.
Just older than you.
Yeah, older than me.
Alright,
Like
alright.
so, but with it, I mean, I tend to get men that'll be like, "Oh, I would like to see you and spend time with you. Like, are you available for dinner?"
That sounds like
Wow,
he's
that's-
married. He's giving you a schedule. He's like, I'm free for dinner.
The guy who took me out on the best date I ever had, just not best date like most fun, but best date that was like the most proper, that was like, I really want to take you somewhere nice. And he took me in a great car to an amazing restaurant and spent all this money.
Nice.
And like, no, but he turned out to be married. I didn't know.
Oh,
but I'm
snap.
saying Jack is right. I think when they put on the full court press like that,
Yeah.
that's because
There's a reason.
Would you like
yeah.
to go catch the 10:30 movie?
I mean, that's funny. So, like, if they just message you and say, like, can I buy you dinner, does that count? Or do they have to actually say the word date in it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like if you have a plan, like
I don't think
look
I've
for.
ever done that.
No, that would creep me out. I'd be like, are
Oh,
you from
no.
the 50s? Why are
Yeah.
you
I
doing
like
that?
that. I like the chivalry. I'm like old school. Like I like come with the plan. When you want to hang out, I don't want to fucking hang out with
No,
you. I don't know
agree.
you.
I agree with that. Like, I really like it. Like, I always make the guy pick everything. Like, when a guy is like, can I take you out? I go, sure. What did you have in mind? And then they go, how about dinner? And I'll go, cool, pick the spot. Let me know what time. I like to let the guy
No
do all.
way.
I really
Girls
don't
always
want to
go,
pick.
Yeah, you pick, and then they get mad when you pick.
I know guys
I mean, it
say
depends
guys always
on the
say that.
guy.
I'm not that way. Like I even like the guy to order for me unless it's something
Oh.
if a guy says what
shoot.
kind of food do you like and I go seafood and
Would you like the
something
3-piece
healthy.
or 6-piece McNuggets?
That has happened to me, motherfucker.
Oh my
but I mean,
God.
like, I like that stuff. So I agree with come with a plan and be a man and pick a time and all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying the word date doesn't
Yeah.
need to be.
I mean, yeah, you don't necessarily have to put the word date, but like something very specific, like would like to see you.
Oh, okay.
Can we plan a day or something? Like, may I take you to dinner or something, or may I do this? Like some type of agenda, not
Yeah.
just like, oh, like
Let's smash
you want to.
Netflix and chill.
It is really hot when guys are direct, and guys are so rarely direct. And I think part of it's insecurity, but I think part of it is like this whole running game thing
Yeah,
and not.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I was dating a guy. And I went on a trip to Vegas, actually, not this time, but I came back from Vegas, and I was back 2 days, and I hadn't hit the guy up. And one day, out of the blue, he texts me, and he goes, "You've been back 2 days. I want to see you." And to me, that was so hot because guys
That is
never
hot.
just say like, "I want to see." Those words, "I want to see you."
It's very sexy.
It's so hot because so often guys
wanna
try to
see you.
act cool, like
Yeah.
whenever I'm chill.
or don't hit you up. No, you're in town, and like wait a week.
Yeah, you know who wins? The guy that lets you know he's interested wins.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think guys realize that. They're like, "I'll neg you. I'll be cool." You can do that. There's gonna be another dude that comes along who's just as hot, who lets you know I'm into you all the way.
Right.
Anyway, listen,
agree.
I have to do an ad. The show's halfway over, and all right, guys. Last week I did an ad for RX Bar, and this is very important. I fucked up. I fucked up the ad. So, first of all, I do want to say this. I really fucking love RX bars. I probably shouldn't swear in my ads. I don't know how that is,
Let's start all
is
over.
received.
Rewind.
Let's start this again. Guys, I'm kidding. We're not cutting anything. I really do love the RX bars. Have you guys tried these? Have you had an RX bar
I want
before?
one right now.
Oh my God, they're so
Yeah,
good.
you should have a little bowl.
I know. I should have brought some. They're protein bars. They're made from egg whites. All that's in them, there's like no chemicals. I hate chemical stuff. I used to eat other protein bars with chemicals, and it would always break out my face.
No way.
Yeah, this stuff is amazing. It's literally egg whites, dates, almonds, and then like whatever flavor you like. Like they have like chocolate coconut. They have, the peanut butter ones are so good. I'm addicted to them. I ate one at tennis today. So I really do love them. I want you guys to get them. Where I messed up is I forgot to give you the discount code. So I told you if you go to rxbar.com/datefails, you can get 25% off, but you do have to put in the promo code, which is datefails. So make sure you guys visit rxbar.com/datefails, promo code datefails at checkout. They're gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, no added sugar, no artificial colors. I mean, they're literally egg whites, dates, nuts, and flavor. They're so good. I ate one. I've been eating so many, actually. I'm kind of not sure. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
that's why you're staying fit.
Maybe. I'm not sure what the limit is on how many you should eat, but I came home from Vegas. There was a box of them at my front door, and I was like, there was no other food in my house, so I ate like half the box. So anyway, guys, make sure you go to rxbar.com/datefails and enter that discount code datefails.
Yeah.
All right, I did an ad now. I feel really good about that. Now we're going to go back to talking about date fails. Well, so I don't know if we actually figured out what is casual and what is not in this
We
situation.
haven't figured out what casual
No.
is.
We're moving
And it could
on.
be different for women than for men.
It could be, yeah.
Maybe that's.
I don't know.
I don't know. Take casual.
Here's something else I want to talk about. I was just in Vegas and I forgot about. I can't believe I've never told this story on here. Do you ever have a moment where you remember a story of something you did that you're like, why have I never talked about this on stage or anywhere? That you
Did
forgot that it
Facebook
happened?
remind you 8 years ago?
No, my God. All right.
Some things you have to push out of your memory.
I think that's what happened. I deleted this from my brain. This is the worst date fail I ever had, and I can't believe I forgot it. So long story short, I was in Vegas one time, and I was with friends who were athletes and whatever, and there was a guy at our table. We were at a club, and this guy is like retarded hot, very famous, the hottest. It would be like if you fucked Halle Berry or Brad Pitt,
Oof.
like this level of like hotness.
Why'd you look at me with Brad Pitt?
Did I do that backwards?
I'm just kidding.
He's kidding. So, all right. So I'm out with these guys, and this guy's hitting on me. And I'm like, I can't believe this guy's hitting on me. I'm like, he's so hot. I'm like, I must be really buzzed or something. This can't be really happening. And he's flirting. And so in my head, I was like, I don't ever have like one night stands, and I don't ever hook up with guys because they're like famous. And I'm not about that. But in this one circumstance, I was like, you can't not. This would be if Halle Berry was like, "Listen, we doing this, and you don't do it. You're a moron."
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
you need that life story,
right? So I decided I'm gonna do this. So, but I was like a little nervous. So I had a extra tequila shot or two, and then I left with him, and we went up to his hotel room.
Was it nice?
Yeah, he had a suite, like a huge suite. Go up to his room. We hook up. The sex is so good. The sex is like super hot. He's great in bed. I was actually surprised because I assume every famous person will be bad in bed, and they usually are. And they usually are. Honestly, they're lazy motherfuckers. Like all the guys I fucked who are famous, which is not a lot, but the few are not good in bed. So this guy's great. And he didn't even, I don't think he took anything, and he fucked me like 3 times. Like he came like 3 times.
Oh, wow. How long did it last? I'm just being nosy.
The first time was quicker. Oh, it was so hot though. It was on a balcony. I walk out on a balcony. I'm overlooking like another building that was shorter. There's like a rooftop pool. And then he comes up behind me. He's like, "What if I just fucked you on this balcony?" And I'm like, "Okay."
You're like, "Well, that's what I'm here for."
You're like, "It's such a beautiful day."
Yeah, it was the best. I never had sex on a balcony before. So
Get it.
So we did it there. That didn't last too long, 5 minutes or something. And then
Record time.
and then, I know. But then after that, the second time was like, I don't know, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Did he take out one of those power bars?
He ate an RX bar halfway through. No, they weren't around yet, I don't think. But so then he does it again. And then, and then he gets another condom, and then he's like round 3, and I'm like, holy shit. I was impressed, right?
Wow.
But also I was starting to feel a little off. I wasn't feeling so good. Sex was good. But I was starting to be like, I don't think something's not right. And then we do it again. And then he goes, "I'm going to grab a quick shower." And then we go in for round 4. And I'm like, holy shit. So he goes and gets in the shower. He's in the shower, and I'm like, oh my God. I start to feel sick, room spinning sick.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I run in the bathroom. I'm like, I think I'm going to be sick. And he's like, what? He's like, get to the toilet. I start puking in the sink. In the sink, because I couldn't make it to the toilet. I start throwing up in the sink, and then he starts yelling at me, "Don't puke in the sink. Puke in the toilet. Puke in the toilet." And I'm like, I'm trying, but I'm like, really
God.
like what do you call it?
It's not like you can stop it and like be like, hold on, and rush to the toilet.
Then he starts getting mad. He's like, "You gotta puke in my toilet." I'm like, okay. So I go to run to the toilet. Halfway to the toilet, I can't keep it in, and I puke all over the bathroom. Just everywhere. Just puke puke city, like a pool of puke.
Oh, wow.
And I had eaten like a salad, so it was like gross.
Oh.
So I puke everywhere, and then I get to the toilet, I keep puking, and then he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "You puked all over." I puked on his shoes.
Oh, no.
Were they Jordans?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
I
just
don't
kidding.
fucking know.
But that's partially his fault. He should have just let you puke in the sink. You could have just rinsed it down, got
Yeah.
a little soap, and it would have been done.
It
You
would
guys
have
could
been
have
fine.
it could've
Plus the
moved on.
hotel.
And
Who
that's
gives
what I
a
was saying.
fuck?
Yeah, you doing housekeeping?
Yeah. He's like, it's gonna smell and all this shit. So then I finished puking in the toilet, and then by then he's out of the shower, and he's like disgusted. I mean, can you imagine if you fucked Halle Berry and then you puke?
What if you were like, round 4?
Oh, in my mind, I was like, I blew it. I'm never gonna be able to fuck this guy again. I was so upset. But then it gets worse. Then he's like, "Get in my shower. You're covered." I had puke on my legs. Like, I was so gross. I get in the shower. He turns it on. It's like ice cold water. I'm like, I'm so cold. He's like, "It's gonna sober you up." I'm like, I don't think it is. I start to I'm like, I think I'm gonna pass out. He's like, "Just get down on the floor." So I laid down on the shower floor, naked, cold water just splashing on me. Like, I can't imagine what I must have looked like.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
How did you forget this story?
I think
No, it's literally one of those things I would try to like forget
Yeah.
and just factory
That's
reset
so
in my
crazy.
brain.
I think I blocked it out because it was so embarrassing. And then I was
And you're like a baby, like in the
yeah.
Fetal position,
And then
just
when
get
I
a
was
cold
in
shower.
Vegas this last time, I was hanging out with another friend who's a really hot, famous guy, and I was thinking about banging him, and it reminded me of what happened the last time.
Oh my god.
So I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm puke
wait,
all over him.
How did it end though? You're in the shower.
I know.
so bad. This is so
hello,
bad.
taxi.
Yeah. So I'm in the shower. So I basically fall asleep. He throws a towel on me, but the towel was small because he had used all the big towels to clean up the puke. So he threw like a hand. So I'm like, I have a hand towel covering me as a
my
blanket,
gosh.
naked on this guy's bathroom floor or shower floor, water running still.
Oh my god.
And then he's like, yo, I got to get up early. I'm going to try and sleep a little bit, but just call me if you need anything. Here's a bucket. He puts a bucket next to the shower.
Wait. Oh, and just let you sit in the shower? Wait.
I couldn't get up. I was like, have you ever been so drunk that you're like,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I
you're
stand
done.
up, I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
keep puking? So I'm like, all right. So I fall asleep, kind of, but I'm still like kind of dry heaving and like making noises, like moaning.
my God.
So then I start hearing pounding on the door, and he's like, fuck. He's like, security's at the door. I'm like, what? He's like, you were kind of like moaning in your sleep. I think someone called security. I go, just open the door and tell him I'm okay. He's like, are you fucking crazy? He's like, I got a white girl passed out naked in my shower. I ain't opening the door. And I was like, all right, well, I don't know what to do. He's like, you got to get out of here. I'm like, I don't know what to do. He's like, you got to get out of here. We got to call you a cab. So I'm like, all right. So I get up. At this point, I like stopped puking, and then he called me a cab, and then
I was like, oh my god.
I got in the cab and I left, and then I never talked to him again.
It's like a movie, dude. It's
I
like 50
mean,
Shades
like-
of Vomit.
I forgot all about it
That is
till I was in Vegas this
horrifying.
last time, and I was thinking of hooking up with that guy, and I was like, if I hook up with that guy, it's gonna be. I can't believe I never told this story on here.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. That is mortifying. I'm like mortified for you.
Have
Like,
you ever thrown up on anybody you had sex
No.
with?
I'm very
A
good
girl's
about
thrown up
throw
while
up.
giving me head one time.
Shut
That's
up.
disgusting.
Like full on, like
And I was like,
oh.
what happened?
Are you serious?
But then she brushed her teeth and then came back.
Oh,
She was in it to win it.
yeah, it's not a big deal.
I'm sorry. Yes, it is. I mean,
Well, throwing up on you is embarrassing, but I mean, like, she's giving you head.
Yeah.
That is gross, though.
I
How-
definitely wouldn't go back. I would have been just like, I'm sorry. Like
You
this
wouldn't
is-
go back?
Hell no. Like
I would if I hadn't got off yet. I'd be like, mouthwash, baby, fuck me from the back. Let's go. I am so bad. Oh, do you think after this episode that I'm never going to get laid again?
no, you are because you're hot, and so someone will let you. They're just not gonna let you. They're just gonna check in with you throughout the evening, like
Yeah,
you
they're
a
gonna
trash can.
feed you
Dude,
don't water.
Do
Exactly.
you think this is Aaron? Aaron, do you think this is the reason guys don't think I'm relationship material?
It could be.
All right, Cherelle, what's the grossest thing you've ever done then? What's the worst thing?
I had a similar experience except with marijuana.
What? What happened?
I was dating. This was years ago. I was dating someone, and so at the time, that day, I hadn't really eaten anything. So we smoked, and I had a little drink at the same time, and I got really high. And at that time, I used to smoke weed. I don't smoke anymore, but at that time, I used to consistently smoke weed. And so I got really high to the point where I was like, I don't think this is like the normal high. Like, I don't know if it was because I didn't eat or there was something in it, but I was like pins and needles in my hands, and like time was moving slow. Like I was having like an outer body experience. So I got scared because I didn't know if I was drugged. So I lock myself in a bathroom and call the cops.
Where is this? At the guy's house?
At the guy's house.
How well did you know this guy?
Like this was like our second time hanging out.
Oh,
So you weren't really dating yet. You were
So
just
it was
smashing with
eating.
food and pot, smashing with weed.
Yeah, I think it was either our second or third time hanging out. So we had gone to dinner and like everything was cool, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'll like smoke a little. I was like, oh, it should be okay, and I locked myself in the bathroom and I called the cops because I didn't know if I was drugged, and I didn't want to like lay down because I was like, I don't know, like I was like, if I lay down, he may try something, and there was other people over there and I didn't know the other people. So I was just like I got really paranoid, and then I end up like having a full-blown panic attack.
You called the police.
I
What
called
happened?
the police. Well, eventually, so the police came, and like they came with an ambulance, and so well, first the guy was trying to get me out of the bathroom. He was like just come
cops
out.
are here.
And
Of course.
I was afraid. Then this girl I hear, she goes, like tell her to cut him out. I'm gonna cut that bitch. And then I was like, oh, I'm definitely not leaving
Oh
the
my
bathroom
God.
now. So I'm like terrified because I'm already like paranoid. So like
This guy must have thought you were a psychopath, by the way, if all you did was smoke a little weed and you're like, I'm calling the police.
And so, like, I'm terrified to leave the bathroom. So finally, the police come, and then I don't believe it's them. So then I make them slide their badge underneath the crack in the door, and then it was actually them.
You
And
make the cops do that? And they're
Wait,
like,
was-
okay.
Was this a white guy or a black guy?
it was a black guy.
That would be so funny if it was a white guy and it was like the reverse of what happened here. It's like, I can't call the police. A black woman, hi, freaking out in my bathroom. They're like, no, you'll be fine. You look like a
You'll be
scientist.
okay.
You're right.
They're gonna probably take your word over mine.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so eventually the cops came and like put me on a stretcher, and
Were you drugged?
Yeah, what were you on?
they couldn't. I went to the hospital.
Sound like
They couldn't-
PCP.
Like couldn't find anything in my
mushrooms.
system. So
Yeah, you
they
smoked it?
Yeah.
It might have been PCP.
You think?
Yeah.
Did they run a
drug?
drug test on you or anything?
They did do a drug test at the hospital, but like they said that they weren't able to find
Maybe some
anything.
shitty weed.
Damn.
Or
But-
you're just like do you have some demons inside you that came out?
Like that was the thing because
Can I kill me?
No, because I had at that time I like
my
had
God.
smoked before, and so it was like I never like even when I'd gotten really high once before, I just got sick. Like
Did
I
you
got
have
nauseous.
did you eat an edible? Was it anything?
No, I had just smoked, and then he had made me.
Alcohol?
I had alcohol with
Wait,
it.
maybe the crossfading.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
So and it was just, but it was
Wow.
like something. because
Don't smoke or drink with her ever.
I've never.
That was literally my
Just go to a
anti-drug.
vegan
Like I
restaurant.
like went cold turkey. I was like, I'm never smoking.
Let me ask you a question. If the guy had called the hangout a date specifically, would it have bothered you as bad when you got high?
I mean, probably. I mean, I still thought I was being drugged, so I don't know if even when I was on a date, like then it's just like what? Like,
I'm kidding. I can't believe that happened.
But I actually ended up seeing him. He did like we ended up talking after.
He saw you
I
afterwards?
would never see you
Yeah.
again.
I would never. I'd block you with my baby mama.
I was surprised at that part because he did. So we still saw each other after that.
Did you guys smash?
Yes, we did end up.
Wow.
And did you eat afterwards?
Did you date or
Yes.
smash with food? I'm like fascinated by this whole dating and smashing with food conversation. I got to figure this out. I'd like to know your guys at home what you think about casual dating versus whatever the fuck.
What do you think casual dating is?
Yeah. When does it become?
Does it exist, or is this something Kate made up?
No, it exists.
Casual dating.
Okay, I'll
but
tell
your
you-
definition isn't casual
My
dating. Your
definition
definition is
is-
smashing and eating.
My definition of casual
Can you
dating.
Google what casual dating is?
Yeah, Google. My definition of
look it up.
casual dating.
It's smashing and eating.
Not just eating. I could I could casually date 2 or 3 guys, and what that would mean to me is like, it doesn't have to be just smashing and eating. I could go out of town for a weekend with a guy. We could take a trip. But if
With
we're
another
not
guy.
exclusive, as long as there's no label where this is an exclusive relationship, I could go on a trip with you one weekend and then on a trip with
Read
him
the
another
definition.
weekend.
Okay, so this is according to Wikipedia.
Oh, well,
No
that's
one messes
accurate.
around with
Okay,
that.
all
This
right.
is official definition of casual dating.
Well, what's casual
Okay,
dating?
casual dating or a casual relationship is a physical and emotional relationship between 2 people who may have casual sex or near sexual relationship without necessarily demanding or expecting the extra commitments of a more formal romantic relationship.
Casual
Motives
dating.
for casual relationships vary.
Does they say multiple relationships?
It doesn't say anything about
That's your
multiple
definition.
relationships.
It's like, yo, we're gonna smash and smash, smash, smash.
But it says we don't expect anything of the other person, meaning they're allowed to. The only reason to be
Why do they
casual.
call it dating? It's just smashing.
Because to me.
Are you introducing? Okay, when you're dating someone, let's say you're dating this guy named Bob, and you meet me at a show, and you're like, oh, this is Bob. We're casually dating.
I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
I would just say this is Bob.
My friend.
I wouldn't say friend or anything. I
Yeah,
just go, this is Bob.
And he'll be like, yeah, I'm hitting that.
But I
when
will
you go
say
to the
this.
bathroom.
I will say this. When I talk about guys that I casually date, okay, if I'm talking to a girl, I'll say this guy I've been kind of seeing. But if I'm talking to another guy that I'm interested in, I'll say my friend. So I might call like 4 guys that I'm dating my friend to other guys.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, like, if I'm kind of interested in going out with you and I was with another guy on a date the other night, I might be like, oh, the other night I was with my friend at this restaurant, and I wouldn't say this guy I'm dating.
Yeah.
So I guess, I don't know, but
Yeah.
but you can, whatever. This is
So our definitions are similar in that definition.
yeah, it's just
just
smashing and
eating.
food is casual dating.
Yeah.
So what happens if you aren't smashing, but it's casual?
Then you're just a friend.
Oh.
No.
Or getting a free meal if you're a woman.
See, and now
Okay, I was like,
that's
maybe I'm just like
I'm with
casually
you.
hanging out with people. Like
I'm with
maybe I'm not
you.
actually dating.
I'm with Cherelle on this, and I do think there's a difference between guys and girls. Because to me, I can be dating you and we're not having sex yet if I know it's leading towards that in my mind, and every time it's getting.
But
a
the
little
guy would be
closer.
so mad though after hearing your podcast. Like, she smashes everybody, but how come she doesn't smash me?
I don't smash everybody.
Not everybody, but I'm saying like if we started.
You
like,
know me a
dating-
long time. How often
Yeah.
do I have casual sex for real with just like randoms that I've told you about?
I don't remember how many.
Not many.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess like I thought I was casually dating people, but like, I mean, I wasn't actually having sex with them. I was just maybe I was just hanging out.
What kind of
Maybe
dates
then
do you got? What kind of dates? What kind of guys do you like?
I tend to like business types. I tend to like I mentioned, like slightly like later 30s, mid 40s. I tend to like very much business type men.
What kind of business? Like legal?
No, yeah, like
Jackson,
he's
I
not
got
in construction.
The
Okay,
perfect drug
I
dealer.
know a guy.
no, like
He
men
does
that like
business.
own businesses or lawyers or whatever. People that have like careers.
Someone
Oh, you're
ambitious.
looking for a dude. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
you want a ring.
Do you want to get married?
Yeah, you
Eventually.
Okay.
she looks like she wants to get married like
But
tomorrow.
not, no, actually, I don't want to get married like tomorrow. That's one thing about me. I've never actually like wanted to get married young. I've always wanted to get married later in life and have
Yeah.
kids later in life. So that's actually not a driving force. But like casual dating, I do know instantaneously from meeting someone whether or not I would ever have sex with them. And so usually,
Me and Jack are like, what? Okay.
yeah.
Dude, we gotta get that. Like, we both did. We went.
No, you guys definitely have the
We
same.
both did like
I know that was.
deer in the headlights. Like,
Do you not?
I tweeted a joke one time where I said, I know within 10 minutes of fucking someone whether or not I'd want to date them. That's more accurate. Not the other way around.
I just know. I'm like, if I can't visualize it, it won't happen.
Wow.
that's funny.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I know. Sometimes I meet someone I know right away I want to fuck them, but sometimes I meet someone and then I'm like, I don't know if I'd want to. But then after a couple times hanging out,
Yeah, that's
the
the
chemistry
category I
builds.
fall into.
Nuh-uh, Jack.
I'm like, give me like a date.
He's like, let's hang out.
You know what's weird? You know what's weird? This guy I've been hanging with recently, whatever the fuck you want to call it, when I first met him, we had like this instant chemistry, which he's not the type I typically am into. But we had this instant chemistry where right away I was like, I think we'd have really good sex. I could just feel it. And typically when I feel that, the guy is like complete garbage and it's really toxic and everything about the whole whatever it ends up being terrible. But this guy's actually, I can tell he's actually a nice guy. And internally, I'm struggling. Like, why am I so attracted to him? He's not a piece of shit. That's not me. Usually, chemically, my body only wants you if you're like really bad for me.
Yeah.
So this
I've
might mean
done
I'm
that.
growing. I'm growing.
That's
You're
good.
maturing.
That
I think
is
I'm
beautiful.
maturing.
Yeah.
That or I'm just in my 30s and I just really horny. I don't know what it is, but well, I feel like we've
We talked about
talked about a lot.
did.
Did we already start recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Better than last week. Last week's episode, Aaron, I don't know if you heard this. I recorded 20 minutes of the podcast and then realized I never hit record. So we lost like 20 minutes of the podcast. So that's why Aaron needs to be here to produce this shit.
Yeah.
All right, listen, we're going to get off here, but I want you guys to give shout outs to whatever you got going on. Cherelle, you go first.
Okay, Cherelle Patrice, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's CHERELLEPATRICE at Cherelle Patrice. If you're on Instagram, definitely follow me there. I do a lot of comedy skits on there, so I will guarantee to make you laugh.
Woo! Chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Texas, Phoenix, New York, New Jersey, and all the dates are on my website, jackjuniorcomic.com, or go to my Instagram, jackjuniorcomic. I'll be with Kate in Phoenix, Arizona. Come check us out over there. I know I got a lot of fans at Phoenix that listen to your podcast, so come check us out, all right?
Yay. And I will be next weekend in Edmonton with Brian Redband at the comic strip. The following weekend, I'll be at House of Comedy, Minneapolis. Make sure you guys come out. You can get tickets on the website. Redband will be with me in Minneapolis as well. And I did want to say for the people supporting on Patreon, I'm about to redo the Patreon. So it's going to be different. It's just going to be one price. And I'm going to put bonus episodes of the podcast up there. So if you love the podcast, make sure you hop on Patreon and support. It's patreon.com/KateQFunny. I love you guys so much. Thanks for following. Make sure you subscribe to all Things Comedy podcasts, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.